Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, we are going to be experimenting with members of the KKK. What happens if you bring them into town in Red Dead Redemption 2? So if you're interested in the backstory of the Klan in Red Dead Redemption 2, there's actually 3 encounters that you can have with them, and they appear throughout the map. I'll leave a link to that video in the description so you can check it out for yourself if you want, because you actually do get a lot of information on the Klan members themselves, and you get like letters that you can loot from their bodies. We're not going to be going over that in this video today. We're going to be doing an experiment with these members. What happens if you bring them into town? And as I mentioned in my first video I did about a couple of months ago, right when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, Rockstar has portrayed these Klan members as absolute dummies. They light themselves on fire, they drop giant crosses on each other, and that is hilarious. And as I'm sure you guys know, members of the KKK are not exactly the most accepted members of society, which is why for the most part they operate in secrecy, and many times they will do things at night and obviously concealing their identity with these white robes. Well, the first time you can encounter them is actually at night outside of Rhodes in Lemoyne. They'll be in the woods, and they'll be initiating a new member when he catches himself on fire trying to light up a giant cross. So when that happens, all the members scattered, and once that happened, I wanted to grab at least one Ku Klux Klan member, and that's exactly what I did here. Now, what's kind of funny is I think for the only time in this game, kidnapping someone, if you kidnap a KKK member, it will actually get you high honor. You can see here when I start to hogtie him that I end up getting good honor points, which I think is hysterical from Rockstar. I love the little detail that they added right there. So I ended up hogtying this guy, and I put him on the back of my horse, and I wanted to wait until daytime because not only do these guys operate sort of in secrecy, but for the most part, they only operate at night. So I wanted to make sure it was fully daytime before we ended up doing anything with this gentleman. Now, as I was heading to town, I was actually, again, waiting for it to become daytime, and I had this guy on the back of my horse, and this wagon passed by on the road, and as soon as that happened, I became a witness, or a witness noticed me doing something suspicious. And I was like, are you kidding me? This guy is a member of the KKK, and you're going to be upset at me for having him on the back of my horse? But something weird happened. Like, he didn't actually do anything. It was a white eye instead of a red eye. Red eye is when someone like goes immediately to the law. This guy was just like, that's weird. To me, the white eye is just sort of like a civilian saying, that's weird. I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe he just thought it was weird that there was a guy in white robes on the back of my horse, or he's never seen a KKK member before. So I thought that just maybe this was going to work and that no one would really bat an eye at the fact that I had someone hogtied on the back of my horse. Just to be sure, I wanted to get rid of all the bounties that I had, and so I did that. And once I had done that, I wanted to actually take him off the back of my horse and bring him into town. Now, unfortunately, as soon as I tried to do that in Rhodes, I ended up getting the same sort of civilian witness thing. Now, again, it was a white eye instead of a red one, which to me indicated that maybe this is going to be a little bit different. So I actually thought to myself here, okay, maybe the town of Rhodes is not the best option because in case you guys don't know, there's 5 different states in Red Dead Redemption 2. And all of them are based off of real life states. Like, for example, Lemoyne is supposed to be Louisiana. And that's where you find the majority of the KKK members in game. So I was thinking to myself, okay, maybe this is where the Klan is based out of. So that's why all the civilians are acting sort of weird. So I thought to myself, okay, let's actually bring him to another town. So I wanted to go to Valentine. And things were actually going pretty well. So far, no one had noticed what was going on. So I actually brought him off of the back of my horse, and we brought him around the back of this horse stable. And I thought everything was going to be good to go until it wasn't, until I started walking down the main strip, and I got a freaking notification that I was kidnapping someone. Are you kidding me, civilians? I am doing you a favor. This is a member of the Klan, and you are going to let him be free because you're running off to the sheriff that I kidnapped someone. Are you kidding me? Why you got to do that, civilians? So needless to say, I got a $20 bounty for kidnapping. I put him on the back of my horse and I ran off. What was funny, and I think this is hysterical, as I was running off, I actually had a couple of sheriff deputies follow me. They shot the Klan member instead of me. They didn't shoot my horse. They didn't shoot me. They shot the Klan member in the butt. That's funny. I think that's karma right there. So after that, I obviously wanted to lose my wanted level. And I thought to myself, okay, if I can't bring this guy into town, let's see what happens if I ultimately set him free. I wanted to see what would happen. Would this guy turn around and attack me? Would he have a weapon on him? Would he instantly start shooting at me? And it turns out this guy didn't really have an agenda, or at least I didn't think so, because he just started running off in a sort of random direction, although it did seem as if he was running off back to Valentine. So I actually wanted to speed up that process a little bit. So what I ended up doing was capturing him again and then letting him go as he went to Valentine. And what's funny is this guy running through Valentine actually closed all of the different stores. That's kind of interesting. Like every time he would run by someone, they would freak out. So I wonder if that's the effect of him being a KKK member. It's kind of interesting right there. Like literally every single store closed as he ran by it. Now, what's about to happen is the most interesting thing of the entire bunch, in my opinion. He starts heading towards a saloon and he steals a horse. He literally steals a horse, and this guy was going to get away, so I had to steal my own horse. I was not going to let this guy go. I'm guessing he was trying to get back to Lemoyne or maybe one of his Klan meetings. I have no idea, but I've never seen an NPC like that just steal a horse. How come they don't get mad at the Ku Klux Klan members stealing a horse, but they get mad at me? I don't understand that. But anyways, we got a horse, and what happens next is so strange. I jump to his horse to try and stop him, and this time, instead of running away, he actually pulls out a pistol, but he doesn't actually shoot the pistol. He just sort of holds it at me, and he basically points it in my direction everywhere I move. But once again, he never actually fires the gun. So I was thinking to myself, okay, what if I disarm this guy? And I basically slapped him across the face. And once that happened, he ended up stealing another horse. He would run away, but this time he came back to steal another horse. So I was like, okay, what if I do the same thing? Is he going to magically have another gun? And so this time I jumped his horse, I knocked him off, and this time he was ready to throw fisticuffs. This guy was like Manny Pacquiao. He was ready to throw punches left and right, and so I had to deal with that. He wasn't going to run away this time. He was looking for a fight. So I actually had to take him out, and that was the end of our journey with the first KKK member. But I was not done there, because there's like the regular members who wear the white cloaks. And keep in mind, I know absolutely nothing about the KKK just from what we've seen in Red Dead Redemption 2. There's the guys that wear the white cloaks, and then there looks to be like the leader, maybe like the Grand Master that wears like the black cloaks. And there's usually only one of them. And I knew where the KKK was going to be meeting next. They were going to be meeting near Flat Neck Station because they were going to be trying to put a cross up. And this encounter is actually kind of funny because it's literally two guys trying to lift a cross and they end up getting crushed, which I think is hysterical. But there is one of those like Grand Master guys in the black outfit in the red robe. So I was thinking to myself, maybe, just maybe, if I bring one of these guys into town, the town folk will react a little bit differently. There's a chance that that could happen. So I ended up doing the same thing. I hogtied this guy. I brought him over to the back of my horse, and it was time to bring him to Valentine to see what would happen. And when I first started doing this, I thought things were going to be a little bit different this time. You know, I wasn't exactly, walking down the main set of road, but I was close enough to the town. But unfortunately, as I got close enough, it turns out that doing this got me the exact same wanted level that I would have gotten if, I had brought the other guy into town. What was kind of funny is like the sheriffs could not catch up to me, or they couldn't find me. I was just running through the town, and every time I would, everyone would freak out. It's like, why are you hogtying and kidnapping a KKK member? I'm like, why are you taking sides with a KKK member, civilian? So it is unfortunate, like, that there isn't sort of like a secret reaction of the crowd where they don't just like cheer me on and like prompt me to bring this guy to the gallows or something like that. That would have been really cool. Unfortunately, there is nothing like that, but it was a fun experiment nonetheless. And I was shocked to see that first guy like shut down all the businesses and grab the horse and just take off. That was kind of, I was not expecting that at all. But anyways, that's what happens when you bring a member of the Ku Klux Klan to any one of the towns in Red Dead Redemption 2. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you thought about this experiment and more in the comments down below. If you did go on to enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With all the way guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.